This year I'm doing Halloween with a twist. I wanted to do a series of Halloween looks based on very classic themes, but all of them with a twist or gimmick. For the clown theme, I wanted to use a lot of soft pastel colours to kind of create a bit of a doll-like appearance. So let's get started. I've got these beautiful contact lenses in 2 different colours to create those mismatched eyes. Next, I'm going to put on some primer and start creating a base layer using this white. This is Mehron Clown White Lite. And it's a lovely thick face paint that creates this beautiful white, even surface. I'm going to set this by using a loose white setting powder from Kryolan. Then I'm going to come in with this magenta toned eyeshadow and create some contouring under my jawline and down onto my neck. I wanted this to further contrast the stark white of the face so it almost looks like I'm wearing a mask. So I'm really liking this colour, so I'm going to use it to create some contouring down the sides of my nose and up under my eyebrows. For this section I'm using a relatively small fluffy brush just so that the lines created are nice and soft but still small enough to fit in those areas. I'm occasionally stroking my brush down towards my eyes or towards my cheeks away from the line itself just to sort of blend it into the rest of the skin on that side and create a bit of a gradient. Using this orange shade of eyeshadow, I'm going to be using this along my temples and then bringing that down onto my cheeks and sweeping it underneath my cheekbones. For eyeshadow, I'm using a very classic bright blue. And with this one, I am using a shorter, denser brush to really pack that colour on before I start using a fluffy brush to blend it out a bit more to make it a softer edge. You can see I'm sweeping this right up into my temples as well over the top of the orange. I'm not too fussed about it being especially neat towards the sides of my face as I'm going to be wearing quite a fluffy wig which is going to cover up a lot of that. And this wouldn't be a clown look without a clown nose, of course. So I'm going to use this same bright blue with that dense brush to pack on that colour. I'm not going for a very large, over-exaggerated shape here because I do want to keep those soft tones. To add a bit of a cartoony highlight, I'm just using a stroke of the same clown white light that I used for my base, down the center of my nose and then just along the tip. For my eyebrows, I'm using a neon green paint from Face Paint Australia. And I'm just slowly layering this up till it's nice and opaque. So now it's time for a big exaggerated smile. For this part I'm using another watercolour paint. This one is Kryolan Aquacolour. I've sped this part up because I did take absolutely ages doing the line work to try and get the perfect shape. So I'm really overdrawing my lips here. I'm going well outside the normal shape of them. I'm drawing out some lines to the side to create that over exaggerated smile, and I'm really exaggerating the top there to make it look like that Cupid bow shape. Now I started out using this bright pink eyeshadow as a blush. I didn't like how it looked in the end, so I blended it out and went back over it with the base layer of white just to make it much more subtle. Now that most of the colour's on there, I'm going to create some clown stripes through my eyes. I'm going to use again the clown white light that I used for the base, but I'm putting on a nice thick layer with a brush stroke so that it shows up even against the base. To touch up around my eyes, I'm going to pack in a little bit more of that blue eyeshadow just to make that colour extra strong. And now I'm going to go in with a white eyeliner onto my waterline, which is going to help my eyes look extra big and round. Now for my favorite part, which is adding in some sparkle to the cheeks. Now I'm using a couple of different glitters here, but all of these are makeup and skin safe glitter. These are not regular craft glitters, and also even with these ones, I'm never using them above my eyes. I'm just dabbing these on with my finger, but if you're finding it hard to get it to stick, you can always spray your face with a bit of setting spray before you start to dab on the glitter. For some extra colour, I've got these little tear-shaped stickers, which I'm going to use some spirit gum to stick onto my cheeks, coming down from my eyes. There was a bright little star as part of the same sticker pack, so I'm adding a couple to my cheeks and my forehead because why not? Now I'm really excited for the eyelashes. These massive lashes are called Megamoth lashes, and I will put the link to them in the description below. I'm adding in some generic lashes underneath my eyes as well, just on the line where the white eyeliner starts. It's time to put on the wig and accessories before I do any last minute touch-ups here. For this one I have this beautiful powdery blue wig that is very fluffy and curly. And most of the bows and accessories for this one I made myself using a collection of ribbon and foam and tape and a great packet of googly eyes in different colours that I found in a $2 shop. Before we finish up, I wanted to add a tiny bit more glitter onto my cheeks. I'm using some setting spray before I dab it on just to help the glitter stick. I'm changing up the lighting to a cooler tone, and I'm just adding in some white onto my lips to make them look a little bit less flat. And we are all done, guys. I hope you like how this turned out. Just to muck around, I put in some prosthetic teeth and changed the lighting up with some UV lighting as well, just to see how it would look, but I think I like the pastel version better. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please let me know if you guys have feedback on how I can improve, or any suggestions on what you guys might like to see next. I have a couple more of these Halloween themed videos coming up this week. And yeah, if you guys have a second, please like, share, subscribe, all those YouTubey things as well. And I also want to take a second to thank my top tier patrons, who are Artemis, Tim, Yuri. Let me just double check my list, make sure I'm not missing anyone. Dakota, Jess, Matt, and Tamara. You guys especially are amazing, but a big thank you to all of my Patreon supporters as well. Without my Patreon supporters, I could not do what I do, so thank you guys. If you guys want to join them, there are tons of goodies that you get for being a Patreon member as well. I'll put a link in the description below. Thank you guys, I'll see you in the next one.